Go.
Hi, I'm Dan here with Bill and Jim and Tom to talk about RGov. It aims to demonstrate governance capabilities on RChain to support collective intelligence. You might recall we developed this voting application for last year's annual general meeting. That was good for direct democracy. And you've probably heard of representative democracy in the States anyway. And today we're going to demonstrate liquid democracy. It's kind of in between or flexible for both. So this is a follow-up on the April 2020 ideation workshop. And the rewards from that workshop represent a significant development budget that we plan to share with contributors. So come and join the fun. And as I said, the user interface work is largely on the to-do list. Today we're going to demonstrate a sort of developer interface. So Tom, would you like to show us how we start?
Yes, here we go. Okay, and then share my screen. And as with anything on RChain, we always need to have a Rev to do things. So let's make sure I have Rev. This week we just do an Explorer since it's a read-only operation with no private data. Good, so we have Rev. So now, as you mentioned, the inbox is where all the capabilities are stored. So the first thing I will need to do is create an inbox. And I'll deploy that. Sign. Soon, as we get a better user interface, we won't have some of the clunky cut and paste we have for some of the IDs, but for developers interface, this works well. Although sometimes I have to admit the cutting and pasting sometimes makes things not work because we make mistakes. So we're looking forward to getting it polished so it's usable. So here is my inbox, which if anyone else creating one of you charged this issue, they'd have to provide that inbox to me to be able to add them to an issue. So I happen to have been added to this issue already since I created it. Oh, no, I need to create an issue now. I'm sorry, got ahead of myself. The issue we're going to create is lunch, and our options are pizza, tacos, and salad.
No wonder you got ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Yeah. Okay, so now I can deploy that. And while that's going now, I was getting ahead of myself because the next step will then be add voters to it. Now, as the issue creator, this is currently set up to automatically add me to the issue. But I would need to get the inbox address from the other developers, like I pointed out when I created my inbox. Now, additionally, later when this issue can only handle this issue only handles one type of voting. In the future, we're going to change the issue to be a ballot, so they can have multiple issues, so you can vote for different offices or different choices on things. So now we have an issue created, and I will then need to add people to the issue. So the first person I'll add will be Jim, and the issue I'm going to add him to is lunch. And deploy. Now we have names for these issues, so you can have multiple issues being voted on at a time.
Ultimately, the idea here is to collect issues into ballots. So
yeah.
Working on multiple issues at once.
And we're in the process of adding group support, so you can add a whole group to a ballot rather than
each individual person. Yeah. Okay, Jim. So why don't you demonstrate voting?
All right. Let's.
I'm going to add Dan.
So let me first check my peek in my inbox and see what I've been given. Now the inbox can be used to send messages like a mailbox, but it's the place where it's our place where people can share capabilities with us to do things, like the capability to vote, or the capability to, or an admin capability for an issue or a ballot can be shared with other people. And I can see it in my inbox, I have an issue lunch, and I have a voter capability. So the issue lunch gives me a tally capability, and the vote capability just lets me vote. So if I choose cast a vote on the issue lunch, and I vote for pizza, and then I deploy that. Then that would
record your vote indelibly on the blockchain.
Right. Thank you. So if I so now if I can see that my old vote was nothing, my new vote is pizza. And could change my vote currently. I have that capability. And if I can do a tally of the votes to see what the current total is. And here again, we distribute a tally capability to all the voters for this case, but we have, in some cases you wouldn't want to do that, so you wouldn't give them a tally capability.
We should probably mention that
after
the tally votes on an issue.
I'm sorry?
We should probably mention that you need to tally votes on an issue.
Oh, maybe I should
Lunch, huh?
maybe I should choose lunch first, huh?
Yeah, that's probably best.
Thanks.
Human interfaces are so important. And in fact, actually the three of us have been involved with human interfaces for quite a long time, with back at NGIT, long time ago.
That worked well for user testing last fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We were building group systems in the late 70s, and now we're doing it again for RChain. Well, actually, Tom and I were doing it in the late 70s.
Yes, we were.
And
so how many votes we got, Jim?
We got one pizza, which is, so I'm the only one that voted. And now Tom will demonstrate how to delegate his vote.
Okay. So now I can just go to the delegate vote, and the issue is lunch. And then the URI, I need to get it out of the log here. Ideally, I'd like to be able to just type Dan, but today I have to type that.
Yes, we are adding usernames.
I can sign it. And what this is going to do is this is going to tell the system that I'm going to delegate my vote to Dan. So however Dan votes, I'm in. Okay, so that. Let that complete. Okay, so here it says that this is Tom, PDN, delegates to Dan, which is KXY. So Dan, now why don't you show your voting?
All right, so it's as if this little B here is Tom and I'm this little B here, so he delegates to me. So this is kind of where the fun liquid democracy stuff comes in. So I'm going to cast a vote on lunch tacos, right? Because I want tacos. I like Mexican food. Spent a bunch of time in Austin. Definitely developed a taste. All right. So our votes are being cast here. Tacos. All right, there's my vote for tacos. So let's see how we're doing here. Tally votes on the lunch. Deploy that. Sign. Go. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The little votes are making their way through the liquid democracy. Well, the votes made it through. Now we're tallying, I suppose. Tom delegated to me and I voted for tacos. And look at that, we have 2 votes for tacos. So I voted Tom's proxy there. All right. Now Tom will finish up. Over to you, Tom.
Okay. Okay, so I can also tally the votes on lunch just to see how things stand. Oops, that might not be a good idea. Okay, and in the next step, this is where this democracy becomes very, very liquid. Because if I don't like the way my vote was cast, I can cast my own vote, which gives us liquidity. So we can change our minds and things like that, and gives us flexibility to do things we're not used to, I guess. So here we have 2 tacos, and I'm gonna say, nah, I didn't think of pizza. I really like the idea of pizza. So I'm going to now cast my vote for lunch to have pizza.
You know, this process is designed to get feedback on group sentiment while the decision is being made, so that we let people change their vote. And
so it's pizza. So now I'm going to tally the votes again. Keep going, Jim.
Yeah, sometimes you want blind polls and sometimes you want people to be able to see each other's stuff. Depends on group dynamics.
Right.
And in different environments, like, you know, like here in the States, when we have elections, they can't start publishing results until the polls are closed. So likewise, you could not have the tally capability available until 2/3 of the people have voted, or till the vote's over. You know, you could have different rules for different kinds of voting. And here we go, 2 pizza, 1 taco. So pizza wins. So thanks for watching this video. Anyone can go to GitHub to see the code and the issues. It's you know, the RChain community/RGov. The issue list also does include some of the ideas we're talking about doing for the future. And we give thanks to all the current developers. And we need help. We need people to help us expand these things. One weakness we have is JavaScript programmers. And remember, all contributors earned rev. Thank you very much.